The gloves are off. All my mods are back and I'm so happy. Let's get back to trucking, guys. Let's do this. Hey guys, Clumsy here and welcome back to ETS2. I am so happy this day has arrived. I actually was not expecting this to happen anymore. Because as you might have seen in the recent news, there has been quite a bit of contention with the different mapping groups. Some conflicts have arisen and I did not think that we would arrive at this point again. But I am so happy, as you can see, all the places, well, most of them. So what do we have? Oh, so many updates. I'll go through them as we drive along, but just look at this one. So first and foremost, we have the world background map, the universal, I don't know the official name anymore, but it's by Beng and Jay. And some of you might not agree with his places. There is still that open topic of where the Middle East should really be in. So don't open that kind of worms. But aside from that, my goodness. Yeah, everything else is here. Pro mods, Rosmap, Southern Region, RoEx. Those are the main ones I have. I know there are others like Great Step and Paris Rebuilding. And all the other stuff, I don't have that yet. Oh my goodness, this is so far away though. Huh, I did not notice that one. There must be an open topic about that point as well. Okay, but anyway, we'll be driving today from Ukraine to... what country is this? Belarus, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And I think, you correct me here if I'm wrong, because I have RoEx enabled, I think, and this is the premium version of RoEx 2.7, I think this Ukraine that we'll be driving in is the RoEx version. It seems like it based on the roads that have been discovered. And I am perfectly fine with that. That's great. We also have a new truck, the Mercedes-Benz Actros MP2 Black Edition by Dotec. I've heard very good things about it. Not very customizable. Almost no customizing options, but that's well enough for me because it looks fancy and classic and luxurious enough for my taste. So I don't need to modify it so much. The only missing point here were the sounds, I believe, because it was using the default MP3 sounds from SES, which were not very good, to put it mildly. So what I did was I made a compatibility patch to make it work with RJ Productions' remake of the MP3 sounds. I'll try to put that in the mods list. So as with everything else, check out the mods list for all these mods. I'll go through them in more detail later. But first, let's get to driving. I'm assuming that sounds much better than the default SES sounds. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Okay, happy with that. Thank you, RJ Productions, for those sounds. Alright, let's get to driving. 515 kilometers, we have a long way to go. Okay. Everything seems to be working so far. We'll see as we go. I was so happy I was going through my... Oh, what's happened with my mirrors there? 1 second. I thought I had my mirrors correctly set already. I think I just need to put that a bit up like so it proves a bit useful. Because right now I would not be able to see anything out of there. Alright, there you go. Alright. I'm so happy everything is back. Everything is working. Starting with the force feedback plugin. I lost that for a bit. Now what's happening over there on that side? Why does it seem like that right side mirror seems so weird? Is that a bug for this truck? Have you guys encountered the same problem? I think it's a bit too... Ah, there you go. It's just a bit too much on that side. Okay, so it has to be this way. Yeah, that probably has something to do with the, because I have the what's it, the physical mirrors setting enabled, and some of the modders don't take that into account, so that might be a bit of the inconsistency there. But we were able to adjust the mirror, so fine, no problem with that. Well, where is everybody? Okay, there it is. We have traffic. So yes, I have all the mods enabled. Let's go through each one. First, a force feedback plugin, an absolute must-have. I lost it 2 weeks ago due to a bug. If any of you don't have any force feedback plugin, like I've been using that for quite some time. That's the one by Suprik, if I remember correctly. But some people have been reporting that it doesn't work for them. It actually is a bit picky, especially if you have multiple versions or multiple devices in your PC. Like if you have a wheel, you have a button box, you have a shifter, separate device, a controller. If all of them are connected, then the chances are higher that the force feedback plugin will not work for you. Because apparently, Combine don't even think about pulling out. Thank you. That's a nice touch. That must be part of RoEx. Yeah, this is definitely RoEx with those moving dancing lights right there. Oh, I missed RoEx. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for making it compatible. I'll go through that later. First things first. Force feedback plugin, if it doesn't work for you and if you have a Logitech wheel, I think in the Discord server I have an update on how to make it work. I think I pinned that message, but if you don't have access to the Discord server yet, then email me, clumsygeek@gmail.com, and I will give you the link. If I remember, I also post it in the mods list, so you can get an access to that force feedback plugin fix. Because apparently the limitation of the force feedback plugin, it only works if it recognizes your steering wheel as the first device in the list. So if you have multiple devices, chances are the steering wheel could be on the second or the third or even later in the list, in the ordering. And force feedback plugin only works if the wheel is in the first of that list of all your devices. So if it's not working for you, it's most likely that that's the case. So there is a fix in the forums. There are smart guys all over the forums there, and thank you for crowdsourcing this information. So they found out about that issue, and then they found this freeware open source software where you can somehow like reorder the sorting of the devices. So that's what happened to me. I think because I recently bought rudder pedals, and somehow the sorting of the devices got jumbled, so the force feedback plugin didn't work for me anymore. But then, yeah, so I found that fix, and what I did was I made the G27, my steering wheel, the first on top of the list. And after I tried it, it's working again, so it's great. And it's great because I lost it for a week. I had to go back to the default force feedback from ETS2, and it was horrendous compared to the force feedback plugin. So I'm so happy that this is back. Can we fit in? No. Raw red light. Dang it. Alright, let's stay here. 50. So it's back. I have force feedback plugin. That's great. But let's go to the meaty parts. Let's go to the map mods themselves. I was so happy I got an email a while ago because I am a PPM, premium permanent member, I think it means. Basically, that's when you paid for the RoEx version. So the paid RoEx version, if you paid for it and there is a certain amount you pay, I forgot. It's pretty affordable, pretty cheap. But it makes you a permanent member. So whenever something updates in the paid version, you get an email, you get notifications and everything. Really feel like a VIP. So thanks Arayas for that option. More than happy to be part of it. So I got an email and he was saying something about he made a new road connection and that it's working with this. So some of the usual details. And so I was like, is it actually working now? And so I dug into the forums, and then I found this rabbit hole which I went into. So now what is updated? So first we have ProMods 2.50, right? That's the one I've always been working with the past few weeks, the past month, as I was previewing it. Now it's publicly out, so you can get your hands on that. But now the ProMods team also made some road connections, so thank you ProMods team for thinking about the other maps. That's great cooperation. That's the thing that we have been really requesting and hoping for, you know, more cooperation amongst the different mapping teams. It's great to see that they, even if they're the big guys basically, that they still make time to make road connections for other maps. So in the mods list, there is a ProMods road connection line item in there under the map section. So it will link you to all the road connections that they made. So they made road connections for RusMap 2.2.1, I think is the latest version. They made road connection for Southern Region 9.0, and yes, it's in 9.0 now. And they also made a road connection for the free version of RoEx 2.3.5, I think. But yeah, those are the different items. So feel free to check out the mods list, check out that link, download the appropriate road connection. Now if you are a PPM, if you have the paid version of RoEx, those road connections, will it work? Yes, they will work, except for the RoEx free version. So if you have the paid version, then the road connection by ProMods will not work for you, because the ProMods made the road connection only for the free RoEx version, if that makes any sense. So just check out the mods list, and if you have been working with these map combinations, then you will have an idea how to work with that. But yeah, all of the links are there, or all of the guides are there. You just have to wrap your head around the concepts again and adjust. But yeah, what's new? So as I mentioned a while ago, RusMap got an update recently, sometime middle of August, I think. There was an update for... Wow, this truck is fast, huh? There was an update for RusMap. It's now in 2.2.1 if I remember correctly. I'm not exactly sure what changed, but if there's an update, I will download it. So the links are all, as always, in the mods list. I think that will lead you to the RoEx forums. And the first post in RusMap in that thread will lead you to the updated version. So the download link for the updated version of RusMap is not actually in the first post, but oddly enough, there is a link in the first post to somewhere in the latter part of the forums where the actual download links are. I'm not sure why they didn't just put the new download links in the first post, but yeah, that's the way it is at the moment. But still, you can download it from there. So follow the instructions, read it line by line so you don't get confused, and you'll get the new RusMap. Southern region also became 9.0. That's also one weird thing, because if you look at the link in the mods list, you will see you will get routed to the RoEx post again for Southern region this time. But that one is, you will see it's only saying 8.0. Now I think if you go to the latter pages and backtrack a bit, you will see that 9.0 was actually released, and the download links are there somewhere in the latter posts. So not in the first post either, but in the same thread you will find the download links. I know it's super confusing, but this is the world of mods that we live in, and if you want to have access to the different maps, you will have to live with these complications. That was a huge stutter. Maybe because of this plane. Is that me flying right there? Nah, can't be me. He's too stable. Alright, anyway, so that one is back. So Pro Mods, Rust Map, Southern Region, RoEx 2.7. I think the version 2.7 is still the same. No other update, but Arayas did make a lot of road connections. He made a RoEx Pro Mods Rust Map road connection. And I think he preserved all his Ukraine conflicting areas with Pro Mods, which makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't he? So all of those are back as well. And so we have the majority of the main map mods working. I believe if you go to Wombat's video, you will get an even more detailed list. But for me, I'm happy enough with that one because as you saw a while ago when we were in the map, whenever I zoomed in or zoomed out, oh my goodness, it would lag so bad because of all the places, all the words. But it's cool, it's cool. So yeah, I'm so happy that the map combos are back. And in addition to that, as you can see, Naturalux is back as well unofficially. 138, everything is so vibrant. Some people don't like how bright it is, but personally I like it. But I'm also looking forward to Project Next Gen 0.8, the paid version. Because I have the paid version, the 0.7. It's very nice, but I don't like the brightness issue. Might be familiar with that where suddenly things just turn super dark. Because I think of the brightness of the sky. It's too bright, so everything else goes dark to compensate. But with 0.8, supposedly that will be fixed. So we will see. We will try it out once it's out. It should be out in a few days, he says. Damian, the mod author, is saying, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we have Naturalux back again, unofficially. And no, I will not provide support, but there in the mods list, there is a link to the how you can make Naturalux work for 138. So please go there. Because I cannot be tech support anymore for Naturalux. It takes so much time, unfortunately. It will be like my full-time job if I do that again. Alright, so we have the map mods, we have Naturalux, the Traffic Maniacs, Traffic Pack have all been updated as well. So I downloaded the latest versions. I have the Truck Traffic Pack, the Tune Traffic Pack, the Tune Truck Traffic Pack, and the Classic Cars Traffic Pack. Those are the only AI cars I use. Only the AI mods I use. I don't have SIPs Traffic Density. I don't have any Jazzycat mods. Just Traffic Maniac. And I'm happy enough with that. And then we have this truck by Dotec. Very nice, very sleek looking. I think he modeled these himself. Both the exterior and interior. So I don't think he got anything from... Oh, this is beautiful. This is the thumbnail shot right here. For sure. Take care of that later. This is nice. Now that's scenic. Alright. Oh, getting a bit of lag here. Hang tight. So this truck is the MP2, but it's the black edition. I think Mercedes released a limited edition of this in reality, and this is what Dotec is portraying in this version of his. I like it because the exterior is pretty sleek looking, as you can see. Not a lot of modifications you can do. You could add the air horns. You could add the lower grille area, but not much else. So most of the things will remain like that. Paint job wise, there are only 2 options. So not a lot of choices, but if you like the look of it already, then you probably won't need to do anything else with that. And yeah, I like it. It's super sleek. But what I like more is the interior. Normally the MP2 or MP3, yeah, it's a classic, but the interior is also super classic and not in the good way. What I mean by that is normally the interior is very low quality, low polygon, low resolution textures, and you can clearly see that in the steering wheel and the dashboard. But here it actually looks pretty good, because I think, yeah, he modeled these from scratch, if I would look at it, although I'm not 100% sure on that, so feel free to fact check me on that one. Which city are we at? Lutsk. I think that's also in Ukraine, probably. I did not notice any border crossings, I would assume so. But this is for sure RoEx. This has a RoEx vibe in it. I like it. I hope I'm not wrong though. But yeah, I did not think this day would come because yeah, we've been discussing it quite a bit. There has been a lot of conflict amongst the different mapping teams, pro mods versus other map mods, because of supposedly territorial disputes and stuff like that. So there has been a lot of bad blood recently, but I'm glad that they found a way forward and they are working with each other. Maybe not as willingly, but to a point they would like to make it work. And I've been trying to read through the forums to get the points of view from different sides, and yeah, both sides for sure have a point. You probably would stand on one side or the other. As always, I tend to side in the middle. I'm like the Switzerland of things. But yeah, there are points to each side, and I'm glad that they found a way to make it work. What I wanted to highlight though was that point from Arayas. He made a very nice point, and not about which map mod is better or anything, but just how users are in general. Because he was saying like, okay, when there's a new player in ETS2, when someone gets into ETS2, they start in vanilla, which is exactly how I started. I bought vanilla, I bought some of the map DLCs, and then I didn't have any mods there because I'm just starting out, and that's how I recommend you do it. Even if you get like pressure from other people, start from vanilla so you know exactly what the game has to offer by default. Once you start getting bored with it, you start looking for more, then most likely people will recommend to you get pro mods, which is exactly what happened to me as well. So this is why I definitely agree with this statement from Arayas, this story. So normal progression is people would start in vanilla, and then other people, oh my goodness, okay, might be something wrong with that. Okay, might be a problem with the road connection there, or my load order. 1 second. I'm back, guys. We are here back in Lutsk, and I will be falling off the map again for science, but that's because I want to report this. I'm not sure if I did something wrong with the load order, or maybe they missed something, but we will see. I will report it nonetheless. I think I did everything right based on the instructions, but we'll see. Okay, I'm ready, getting ready I'm getting ready to press F11. So that's Lutsk, the end of the city borders, and we start falling. Let's see, probably here. My goodness, I was so scared there. The gray mother voice, I think, came out. I'll have to review the footage. I might have to edit that out or mute it. Nah, just kidding. I'm too lazy for that. Okay, so will we reach this gas station? Maybe it's Shumi's. No, maybe not. I don't think Shumi's real company mode causes that. So I am keeping one hand on F11 here for the bugging, for the debugging, bug reporting feature. We'll see how that works. So we've gone past that gas station. Actually, I wasn't paying attention where that could be, but we'll see. So yeah, the mods are not yet super polished, the road connections, or maybe it's my load order, but either way, that's always going to be a part of the modding journey. That's the risk we have to take by combining all these mods. And our amazing, there we go, map authors falling through map. I will send this in the RoEx forums later. Just take a screenshot of that and then report it as well. So I'm not sure if I can just cheat it, maybe. So if we just teleport maybe somewhere here, if this will work already. Not sure. Oh, it's still falling. I'm still falling. Oh, it's that far. Okay, how about if we get into Kovel? Let's see if this one is fixed. Still not. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's the entire thing. Okay, well, give me a bit of time. Well, unfortunately, we'll have to cut this video short, guys, because I could not find a way to continue the trip. That's the price of mods. But it's a good step that things are moving forward. We just have to continue refining and fixing those bugs, looks like. So maybe avoid that place for now. And maybe I'll share with you the mods list I have just to see. Maybe someone has inputs, maybe I messed up something. Southern region at the bottom. Rust map definition somewhere in between. Pro mods is here. We have a Pro mods in Southern region ferry connector. I'm guessing that should be okay. The Middle East add-on from Pro mods, and the rest of Rust map is here. This is 2.2.1, I believe. Yeah, that's 2.2.1. And then the latest Peter a modification for Rust map. And then above that, I have the Pro mods and Rust map connector. And then I have RoEx 2.7, the add-on right here. This English city names, the road connection between RoEx and Southern region, and I have this hybrid road connection between RoEx, Pro mods, and Rust map. And then I have Shumi's real company logo. I doubt it's Shumi's that's causing it. I'm guessing the road connection would be the problem, but I don't know if I messed up something else. So in the meantime, be careful, maybe avoid those areas for now, but they will load. As you can see, we've been able to drive. It just might fall off randomly off the face of the earth. So keep your truck insured. But let's leave it there for now, guys. Hopefully we fix this sooner rather than later. But I'm confident that we can find the root cause and fix it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and Clumsy Trucking. I did not expect this ending at all. Now that's a twist. Have a good one, guys. Clumsy Trucking, and bye-bye.